Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. Some of you really believe the narcissist narrative, and it's a shame that some of you do fall under this spell. You see, you were together with the narcissist involved in your life, and you provided such warmth, such care, such support to this parasite, right? And the thing is you lightened up their world, right? You made their world complete. And you've really got to look within to realize who you are, to fundamentally understand the impact you had on the life of the narcissist. You see, for whatever reason it ended and you've gone your separate ways, life's not good for the narcissist without you. It's really not good for the narcissist without you. They do suffer tremendously. They go through a lot of hardship, a lot of pain. You provided such warmth, such care, such consideration towards this parasite, and you kept them afloat, you know. You regulated their emotions. You kept their emotions from... They're very unstable creatures, you know. One day they'll be this way, another day they'll be that way. You helped regulate that. You brought a sense of calmness and a sense of peace and serenity to the life of the narcissist. You really did. And you've got to look within to truly see your special traits that you have. You do have an impact over people, not just the narcissist. You have this impact over anyone you encounter, right? You're very rare, you know. For example, you know, a stranger in the street, you might get into a conversation with a stranger in the street, and the stranger in the street will start offloading some of their problems onto you without even noticing it. This is what happens to the chosen one and the empath on the walk of life. You see, people feel very comfortable around your presence, and without them even knowing, they'll offload all of their problems onto you because you are a problem solver. You're a savior empath. You have that streak in you. And the narcissist done this to you too. They offloaded all their baggage, all their problems onto you. And you carefully facilitated all of that. You carefully placed bits here. And you carefully sorted out their mess of their lives, right? And now that they don't have someone doing that for them, right? Life's not all good for them, right? You know, they can get other supplies. I'm not denying that. The narcissist you was involved with can get other supplies. You know, it's obvious. They can. They will do. But the whole question is is this supply up to your level? And most likely they're not up to your level. Highly likely they're not up to your level. You know? And the thing is what people get confused about with the narcissist situation is they believe the flamboyance and the whole portrayal that the narcissist tries to do. You know, like, you know, the narcissist is a fundamental liar, a compulsive liar. So I don't know why any of you believe the narcissist when they say they're living their best life, or they make a post on social media saying, living my best life, la, 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 la. Like, you know the narcissist lies. You know they operate with a mask. So they're not going to let you into the inner world, which is actually cold, which is actually bitter, which is actually very dark. And they're not in a good place. They're not going to let you into that world. They don't let anyone into that world, right? They don't let anyone into that world. They'll continue displaying a false narrative like they're happy, like everything's going fine. They're not going to display the pain and the upset. They're not going to let you know that. The only way you're going to know this to be the decisive truth is if you look within. And if you were someone that provided care, that provided love, that provided warmth, that provided support, and this doesn't just have to be romantic relationships. If you provided love, care, and support to any type of relationship situation, friend, family member, colleague, or associate. The same goes, right? But if you provided that level of potency towards this individual, it's very hard for them to find a replacement. They struggle. And when they're in the world, it's not all good for them. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But you know well enough that life's not sunshine and rainbows. You know that life's not sunshine and rainbows. So imagine in the narcissistic world, it's certainly not sunshine and rainbows. Even when they were with you, they complained, they moaned, they were miserable, they were boring, they constantly were moaning about stuff, you know, even when you were in the life of the narcissist, even when you were providing all of this care, warmth, support, love, you know, they still moaned. They still took it for granted. They didn't pay you your dues, you know. They didn't reciprocate what you'd done for them. There was no reciprocity. So you know fundamentally that you provided all of that. You know what you did. Only you know what you did. And if you're an empath and a chosen one, then it's highly likely that you provided that potent supply, right? You provided care, you provided warmth, you provided support, you provided love. You really had your best interests at heart for this individual, the narcissist involved in your life. Before you awoken to they're a narcissist, you really had the best interests at heart for them. You really wanted to make it work. And you tried your utmost. And they still met you with doom and gloom. You know, they met you with doom and gloom. That's the life of the narcissist. Enter the mind of the narcissist. They're not happy. They're not happy. They're miserable wrecks. That's what they are. They're miserable wrecks. So if I'm making you aware and you know this deep inside, you regulated their emotions. You kept their emotions in check. Yes, they might have been doom and gloom, but you helped regulate it to some degree. You helped them stay afloat, right? Without you, they're just caving in. They're sinking like quicksand, right? They are, honestly. Look, you only have to look in the comment section to see fellow survivors that have had hoovers after decades. There's only one reason why a narcissist that was involved in their life is going to hoover after decades. And it's because they've relentlessly pursued and wandered the earth, trying to find someone that can fill the void of the empath and the chosen one, and they failed. And eventually when they realize they failed, and they realize it's impossible to replace the chosen one and the empath, what do? They reach out with a hoover. As I always say, hoovers are temperament checkers. Yes, they are. But they are also an insight to understanding the mind of the narcissist. If a narcissist reaches out with a hoover, they've got an objective in mind, you know. They want to sense where you're at in your life. If you're still open to a relationship with them, of whatever kind of relationship this is, what you was involved in, friend, family member, colleague, romantic partner, associate. You know, they want to figure you out and see if you're still up for that, you know. And a lot of you reject them when you first get the sign of the hoover, which is great. That's the way to do it. But, you know, they are not living a great life without you. They will go to every effort to make out they're living a great life. But if you are looking at the social media, which you shouldn't be, please, you really need to stop looking at the social media if you are. It will really do wonders for your mental health, you know, your physical health. You'll feel a lot better by not looking. But you've got to understand this is a narcissist you're dealing with. And these snapshots that you're seeing on Instagram or whatever social media platform, you know how many attempts they took to take that shot? Do you know what they do to the images? They add filters and they do this and they do that and they edit it. You know, it's not a real picture. It's not a real unique image. You know, it's not a real unique snapshot, right? It's fabricated, you know. So you can't let that wound your heart or sting your heart. But honestly speaking, try and avoid looking at the social media. Like I always reiterate, I always say to don't look at the social media. It's a vital, it's a must that you don't. But look, life's not good for the narcissist without you. It's really not a good place. You know, they're in a bad spot. I don't want you to feel empathy or feel remorseful or want to try and help them, right? Because there's no helping a narcissist. There's no helping a narcissist at all. You can't help a narcissist, right? You know, you tried your utmost through the duration of when you was with them. You tried your utmost to help them, and they didn't reciprocate it. They didn't pay you your dues. You done a lot of work, a lot of effort went in on your side of things towards supporting them, caring for them, loving them, building foundations. You know, you done an awful lot, right? And the fact of the matter is they're so ungrateful and selfish that they didn't appreciate it. Now they appreciate it. Now, only after a narcissist goes on their little wander through life, you know, teams up with a new supply, or, you know, goes off onto their journey of meeting new supplies, or, you know, even if this is a friend that you're involved with and they started hanging around with another group of friends that are toxic as hell, and then they realize that you was actually a straight up friend, or a romantic partner that goes and pairs up with some other type of relationship partner, some new supply, and then they realize how great you were. This is what they have to do. This is what the narcissist involved in your life does. They have to actually go through the motions to finally appreciate what it is you've done for them. That's the fact of the matter. That's what they have to do. They're so simple-minded. They're so dumb. They can't see beyond their nose, right? You know, they're going down a bad road. You can see they're going down a bad road. Maybe other people around them can see they're going down a bad road, but they don't listen. They're stubborn as anything. Stubborn as hell, right? They're so stubborn. They don't listen. They don't reciprocate. So they go down these bad roads. But you can't be Captain Save-A-Ho and swoop in and save the day. You can't be, you know? They've exited your life for whatever reason, even if you were the one that cut them off because they become too toxic. If the inevitable end has happened and you're no longer in a relationship with them, you're no longer communicating with them, that's the blessed place you're going to be. That is honestly the best place you're going to be. Peace and serenity, away from the narcissist. Honestly speaking, it's the best place you're going to be. But they haven't got peace and serenity where they are. They haven't got peace and serenity where they are. They're suffering. They are suffering. Remember, as I always say to you, the whole reason this occurs in the dynamics of the narcissist and the empath and the chosen one, the reason why these dynamics occur is because a chosen one and an empath, whoever they're dealing with in life, you see, sometimes people call empaths and chosen ones people pleasers. Empaths and chosen ones aren't people pleasers. What it is when an empath is dealing, like say you met a homeless man in the street, you're gonna be a certain way to that homeless man in the street. Say you met someone at work who was suffering with problems, you're gonna be a certain way to that person at work suffering with problems. Say the narcissist involved in your life was going through a bad way, you're gonna be a certain way towards them. And this is the thing, you offer a unique supply source. Like you offer, I'm speaking in narcissistic terms of a unique supply source, but you offer a level of care, love, support in a unique, tailor-fitted way. Yeah, love, support, and care. You offer this in a unique way to the desired person who you're trying to help. That's what you do. So what the problem with the narcissist is they become accustomed to the way that you used to do things. So as much as is spread across the internet that chosen ones and empaths become codependents, you might do to some degree, but realistically it's the narcissist that becomes codependent upon your supply source and only your supply source. So that's why when they meet other people, it doesn't cut it, right? There's things in your walk, in your talk, in the way you orientate yourself that, you know, that's what really wooed the narcissist, right? They were really, they were proud of you. They were proud to have you and be part of your life. They were, honestly speaking, they were, right? They may have never told you this. They may have never paid you your dues or your respect that you deserve. But they knew you was cut from a different cloth, and they knew you was rare, and they knew you was special, right? They did. But they become so blindsided and filled up with air, you know, like the longer that you support this narcissist and care for this narcissist, they kind of grow beyond you and start to look down at you, right? It's just the cycle of the narcissist. They start to look down at you and resent you. So that's why they think they need something new in their life, and they need a new source of supply. And very quickly after they get their new source of supply, the infatuation stage wears off, and they go back to re-idolizing the former chosen one or the empath, right? This is just the way it occurs with the narcissist. So just understand that life's not good for the narcissist without you in it. It's really not. It's not sunshine and rainbows, and life's not sunshine and rainbows anyway, like I said in the earlier segment. So in the horrible, decrepit, twisted, disorientated world of the narcissist, without you, there's no ray of sunshine. Without you, there's no beacon of light, you know? Without you, life's doom and gloom, you know? They used to meet you with doom and gloom, like I said in the earlier segment. Your positivity, your happy-go-lucky attitude, they used to meet with doom and gloom even then, right? So just imagine them in a situation with a new supplier who's not a chosen one, who's not an empath, right? Who hasn't got that, who isn't able to really create that chemistry with the narcissist. Because fundamentally, there was a huge amount of chemistry that you had with the narcissist, right? They did connect with you on different levels. They did. It's inevitable. They did, right? So when they find themselves with these new suppliers and the infatuation stage is worn off, there's no chemistry there, like to the same degree that they had with you. So they feel alone. They do struggle, right? The narcissist isn't, what's the word I'm looking for? The narcissist, what's the word I'm looking for? It's stifled my mind now. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the narcissist doesn't go through life and not face repercussions of their actions, right? They're not absent from the reality of the situation that happens to them. They face these troubles in life, right? There's nothing that nullifies them. That's the word. There's nothing that nullifies them from having to face hardships in life. There's nothing that says that. They make out that a narcissist just waltzes through life and everything's easy for them, and they manipulate and they gaslight and everything's easy for them, but nothing nullifies them from having to go through hardships. Every human being on earth goes through hardships. And yes, that was a bad move for me, because I actually called a narcissist a human being. They're a decrepit, twisted soul, but soulless, should I say. But what I'm trying to say to you is there's nothing that nullifies them from having to go through hardships. They go through their hardships in life too. And part of those hardships is coping with the loss of the chosen one and the empath, right? So they are struggling. They are in hurt. They're not going to display this to you. They may never tell you. Some of you will hear this. Some of you, not all of you, but some of you will hear from the lips of the narcissist that they made a mistake. I've seen it frequently in the comment section, right? Some of you will hear this from the narcissist, but I believe these are lesser and mid-range narcissists, the ones that are less stubborn, or they're actually being manipulative in the way they're doing it. I don't know, but some of you will hear from the narcissist that they're struggling without you and they regret doing what they did to you, whether this was a friend, family member, romantic partner, colleague, or associate. They will actually bring it to your attention that they're suffering with your absence, you know? So life's not easy for them. Life's not easy for the narcissist involved in your life without you in it. And they do suffer. So, you know, it's something to ponder on. It's something to take to your heart, this message. And realize life's not easy for them. And please, one more, what I will say before I cut this video is make sure you do not look at the social media. Please, if you can get past a day without looking, and then you can get past a week without looking, then you can get past a month without looking, and if you make any slip-ups along the way by looking, jump straight back on the wagon and stop looking, right? Try and do that, because if you look at the social media, it's creating a portal where they're able to hurt you from a distance, and you don't need to be involved in any of that, right? So make sure you do not look, and just know that the narcissist is suffering in life without you. This narcissist that was involved in your life is suffering without you in it. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find that link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting ZaraMembership.com. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.